presidency and the ruling All Progressive Congress have dismissed former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai's defection to the Social Democratic Party. El-Rufai had announced his decision to leave the APC yesterday, citing irreconcilable differences with the party's leadership. However, the presidency and APC accused El-Rufai of being driven by an outrageous ambition that is destined to fail. El-Rufai had vowed to mobilize against the APC government in 2027, vowing to mobilize against the APC in 2027. He expressed his commitment to engaging with other opposition leaders and parties to challenge the APC in all elections and by-elections. However, the APC remains unfazed, noting that El-Rufai's plan would not produce any significant outcome. Still on the national news this afternoon, troops of Operation Hardin Kai have successfully rescued 75 civilians from Zambisa forest in Borno State. The rescued individuals include 7 adult males, 34 women, and 34 children. According to the General Officer Commandant 7th Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General W. Shuaibu, the civilians were rescued during a clearance operation conducted by the 21 Special Armed Brigade and the 199 Special Forces Battalion. The operation carried out under Operation Desert Sanity 4 also resulted in the deconstruction of several insurgent facilities. The Deputy Theatre Commander, Brigadier General Akpodri, explained that the military's ongoing clearance efforts have significantly degraded enemy capabilities. The troops neutralized insurgents, destroyed command and logistics bases. The rescued civilians have received medical and psychological support and are set to be reintegrated into society. And on the African news this afternoon, the United States has ordered that all its non-emergency staff in South Sudan leave the country due to the escalating tensions. Fighting between various political and ethnic groups have threatened the fragile peace deal between President Salva Kiir and Vice President Riek Machar. The two leaders signed a peace agreement in 2018 to end a 5-year civil war that claims hundreds of thousands of lives. The U.S. State Department reported ongoing clashes in South Sudan with readily available weapons, exacerbating the situation. This development has raised concerns about the stability of the country, which has struggled to recover from years of conflict. The fragile peace deal has been under strain, with tensions simmering between Kiir and Machar. The situation in South Sudan remains there, with nearly 9.3 million people requiring humanitarian aid and 2.4 million internally displaced. And moving on to the foreign scene, a federal high court has temporarily blocked the Trump administration's attempt to deport pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil. Khalil, a permanent U.S. resident and Columbia University graduate, was arrested by immigration agents over the weekend. He had played a key role in organizing Gaza war protests at Columbia University's campus in the New York City last year. The arrest is part of President Trump's pledge to crack down on Palestinian protesters on college campuses. Trump has vowed that Khalil's arrest would be the first of many to come. However, the judge's temporary block has altered Khalil's deportation for now. Protesters gathered in New York City on Monday, calling for Khalil's release and condemning the Trump administration's actions. The case has sparked concerns about freedom of speech and the targeting of pro-Palestinian activists on college campuses in the country. Also coming from Philippines this afternoon, former Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte has been arrested at Manila Airport after arriving from Hong Kong following an international criminal court warrant for crimes against humanity. The 79-year-old is accused of being responsible for thousands of killings during his brutal war on drug campaign, which lasted from 2016 to 2022. Duterte has never apologized for the crackdown and even questioned the basis for the warrant. His arrest has sparked mixed reactions, with his former presidential spokesperson, Salvador, calling it unlawful since the Philippines withdrew from the ICC in 2019. However, the ICC maintains that its jurisdiction over alleged crimes committed before the country's withdrawal. Activists, on the other hand, have hailed the arrest as a historic moment for the victims of the terrorist drug war and their families. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan. Do not forget to follow us on all the social media handles at Honor 103.5 FM, and you can also listen live on the Radio Garden app at Honor FM Ibadan. Now to the business report. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has begun fresh negotiations with the Dangote Petroleum Refinery to renew the Naira for Crude agreement. This comes as the initial 6-month deal would commence on October 1, 2024 and set to expire on March 31, 2025. Under the initial agreement, the Dangote Refinery received 48 million barrels of crude oil to refine into petroleum products, with a total of 84 million barrels supplied since the refinery began operations in 2023. The negotiation aims to establish a new contract, according to Olufemi Shoneye, NNPCL's Chief Corporate Communications Officer. This development follows claims that the government-owned oil company had suspended the Naira for Crude deal until 2030 due to forward selling all its crude oil. However, the NNPCL has clarified that discussions are ongoing to renew the agreement. The Naira for Crude deal was initiated to improve supply, reduce petroleum product imports, and lower pump prices. Between October and December 2024, the Dangote Refinery received crude oil worth approximately 486.31 billion naira under the agreement. In entertainment this afternoon, comedian and activist Mr. Macaroni has sparked intense debate after refusing to apologize for not greeting Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at a public event. In a statement on social media, Mr. Macaroni maintained his stance, declaring that if he met the governor again, he still wouldn't greet him and would even ignore his calls. This defiance has drawn mixed reactions from Nigerians, with some applauding his stand against alleged government impunity. While some have criticized Mr. Macaroni for being disrespectful, others see his actions as a bold statement against the government's handling of various issues. And finally, on the Sport News Service, manager Garcia has praised Nigerian winger Chidera Ejuke for his outstanding performance in their 1-0 victory over Real Sociedad in a Spanish La Liga clash. Ejuke, who made his first start since recovering from a 3-month hamstring injury, scored the winning goal with a stunning calling effort off an executed counter-attack. Ejuke's goal, his second of the season, was a testament to his determination and hard work. The victory propelled Sevilla above their opponents into 10th place in the La Liga standings. The goal is expected to boost Ejuke's confidence moving forward, and Garcia will be hoping that his player can maintain this level of performance. And that'll be all for now on the World News at noon on Honor 103.5 FM. Before we go, here is a recap of the major stories. On the national news this afternoon, we informed you that Nigerian soldiers have rescued 75 civilians from Sambisa forest. And on the African news, U.S. has ordered non-emergency staff to leave South Sudan. On the foreign scene, U.S. Court has intervened in the deportation case of a Palestinian activist. And in business, NNPCL has renegotiated Naira for crude deal. In entertainment, comedian and activist Mr. Macaroni has stirred debate over snubbing Governor Sanwo-Olu. And finally, on the sport news, Chidera Ojoke has scored winner as Sevilla downs Real Sociedad. For Eyewitness Report news mentions and news commercials, contact the Honor FM newsroom at 0817-675-5555 or 0913-600-1035. You can also visit our website at www.honorfm1035.net for more information. The news was compiled and edited by Adedamola Saka. I am Timi Tokwadada. Thanks for listening.